Yeah, it's strange sitting here talking to you guys, people that I've worked with for so long, about it. Obviously, I leave with the best memories of my football career, the years that I've enjoyed the most with people that, I care about, with teammates that I've shared so much with. So it's a strange feeling to say that I'm leaving, but I always look back on my time at Sydney with great affection and as the highlight of my career in the A-League. It's been a fantastic period of my life, a period where we had success on the field, but I think, over time what I'll value the most is the people I shared that success with, teammates, fans that I grew accustomed to seeing at each home game and away games. Yeah, a special period of my life has come to an end, but such is the game. It's the way it is. I joined, actually at a difficult time in my career where I was at Melbourne City and I was exiled and just not playing. And Sydney, threw me a lifeline. And I'm eternally grateful because they brought me in that difficult period and believed in me when, I wasn't really a relevant figure anywhere. And gave me a chance to redeem myself. And I was, very decided that when I came here that I was going to make it work no matter what. And from the get-go, I was able to integrate myself into a special group. The first week I got here, I think it was Ryan Grant's birthday or something, and he invited me down to lawn bowls, which I've never played before, but that's Buster. He got me involved straight away. Obviously knew a few boys from the past, Broskis and Zulo, Retres, those kind of guys. Bimby was fantastic with me from the beginning. So Wolfie was the assistant at the time, and Robbie Standen, they were fantastic. Paul Reed later on. I'm lucky to have such great relationships with the coaches. Things went much better than what I expected. I immediately felt at home, and I felt that I could be myself. And I think that's a difficult thing to find in football, somewhere that you can be yourself and thrive. And thankfully, I was lucky enough to play so many games for the club and win so many important trophies with special moments along the way. I always think, in the future, that is what I'm going to value. Having these memories, but the people that I get to reminisce about them with, some of my closest mates. The trophies aside, I think I've scored some special goals. My first one for the club was in a Big Blue away in Melbourne, with my left foot, actually. It doesn't happen too often, but that was really special. It was at an important time of the year where we looked to break away and clinch the Premier's plate soon after that. And obviously, the most recent derby against the Wanderers. It's great to sign off with that, with a late equaliser. But, the game as a whole was special for me. I was able to assist the first goal and then, get us a point at the end there. And to see Allianz, go off the way it did with that last kick of the game was extremely special. I still watch the footage back every now and then, to be honest. Makes me pretty happy. But yeah, those are the moments that stand out. From day one, I've given everything I have to the club. I never took it for granted when I stepped onto that field. I think most people would agree with that. And that gives me, peace and satisfaction knowing that I did give everything. I leave, as one of the few to have played over 200 games. That's a pretty special thing for me. And yeah, look, the memories that I have I'll value forever. Not just the players, but the staff, fellas like yourself and Joshy here. I'll miss seeing people around, but I'm sure, football always gives you the chance to keep in touch with people, see people around. Simply I'm thankful for the last 6.5 years. It's gotten me to a great point in my life, not just in football terms, but off the field. I've grown a lot in my time here. I've become a father. Yeah, during my time here, both my daughters were born, and they, up until now, have grown up watching Sydney games and coming to each game, which is something very special, and that they've enjoyed thoroughly, and so have we. I've learned a lot of things, and how life works, and that's because of the great people I've met. They've taught me so much, and yeah, what can I say? There's not much more to say, but thank you, really.